Good morning, students. Myself Ajit Pratap Singh. Today, in video number 11, I will tell you about mixtures and pure substances. Okay, students? So, first of all, I will tell you about mixtures. In mixtures, molecules of two or more substances are present. You will come to know about mixtures with the help of some examples. Okay, students? For example, Nibu Pani is a mixture of lemon juice, sugar, and water. So, as you can see, and as you know, that in Nibu Pani, the lemon juice is present, the sugar is present, and water is present. So, we can say that there are more than two molecules which are present in this when you prepare Nibu Pani. So, it is a mixture. Okay, students? All these are compounds. Tap water is also a mixture because it contains water and many dissolved salts. Seawater is also a mixture because it has several salts dissolved in water. Milk is also a mixture as it contains water, cream, and other things. Wood is a mixture of cellulose and water. Now I will tell you about air. Air is also a mixture of several gases such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, water vapor, etc. Apart from these gases, some other things are also present like dust and smoke particles. Okay, students? Now I will tell you about pure substances. Pure substances are substances in which only one kind of substance is present. For example, sugar or salt crystals. These are pure substances. As you know, in sugar, there is no other substance which is mixed, and in salt also, there is no other substance which is mixed. So, these are pure substances. All elements and compounds are pure substances. Now I will tell you about types of mixtures. Okay, student? There are two types of mixtures, homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. So first of all, I will tell you about homogeneous mixtures. The different substances present in a mixture are called its components or constituents. Sometimes the constituents are uniformly spread over the mixture, or we can say equally spread over the mixture, and each part of the mixture has the same properties. So such a mixture is called a homogeneous mixture. A mixture of sugar and water is a example of homogeneous mixture because in this mixture the molecules of sugar and water are evenly spread, so that's how they form a homogeneous mixture. No matter which part of the mixture you take, it will have the same property. Okay, student? Air is also a homogeneous mixture. Now I will tell you about heterogeneous mixture. In some mixtures, the constituents are not evenly spread, or we can say they are not equal throughout the mixture, and each part of the mixture does not have the same properties. So such a mixture is called a heterogeneous mixture. For example, if you mix iron filings and sand, it will have more iron filings at some places and less at other places because the iron and sand molecules are not evenly spread in this mixture. Okay, students? Therefore, the different parts of the mixture will exhibit different properties. So, the properties in the heterogeneous mixture will also be different. The example of heterogeneous mixture is a mixture of chalk in water and dusty air. Now, I will tell you about heterogeneous and homogeneous mixtures about with the help of two pictures. As you can see in the first picture, that chalk powder is dissolved in water and the properties of both water and chalk powder are different over here, and the molecules of water and chalk powder are also not evenly spread here. So you can see the chalk powder very clearly in water. So it is an example of heterogeneous mixture. The next picture shows that sugar is completely dissolved in water because it is an example of homogeneous mixture, and in this mixture the molecules of sugar and water are evenly spread and they exhibit the same property throughout. Okay, students? Now I will tell you about properties of mixtures. The constituents of a mixture can be in any ratio. This is the first property. Second property, they retain their individual properties. This is because the molecules of constituents do not change. For example, the properties of iron and sulfur do not change when mixed together. The constituents can be separated by simple methods. For example, you can clearly see tiny stones in rice and easily separate them. But can you tell by looking at a glass of water whether it has dissolved substances in it? For this, you will have to study some properties of the sample of water given to you, and you will have to compare them with the properties of pure water. Melting point and boiling point are two such properties. Students, melting point is a point at which any substance melts. Okay? And boiling point is a point at which any substance boils. A pure compound has fixed melting and boiling points. Okay? Pure water at sea level boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So remember this, student, that the boiling point of pure water is 100 degrees Celsius. However, if there are dissolved substances in the water, its boiling point goes up. So means if some other substances are also present in water, then the boiling point will increase. Thus, by measuring the boiling point, you will know whether the water is pure or not. So that's it in this video number 11. I hope, students, now everything is clear to you about mixtures, types of mixtures and properties of mixtures. So thank you, students, for